And we are joined now on the phone by former Governor George Pataki. Governor, how are you?
I'm good, Liz. Obviously a little sad, but I think many New Yorkers are today.
Well, you knew Brad Race for a very long time. The two of you actually worked together at Dewey Ballantine. Is that where you first met?
I actually met him before then. We both were right out of law school and went to work on Governor Rockefeller's re-election campaign in 1970. Right. We both had a passion for New York State and politics, and we both happened to end up going to Dewey Ballantine, to the same law firm. So we've been great friends from literally within a few days of leaving law school.
I thought he was a little older than you. He's not.
I think so too. I think he took some time off during law school or college, but we came out of law school at exactly the same time.
So what is it that you remember most about him? I actually didn't even know he was ill.
That was Brad, a very private person. I had lunch with him maybe 5 weeks ago, and he looked fine, and he said everything was fine. He was just very private and didn't want sympathy or didn't want people feeling sorry for him. So that's just his nature. He was always a very strong physical person and strong emotionally as well. And to the end, he wanted to show that strength and not the weakness that was devouring him inside, tragically.
You know, actually, most New Yorkers probably don't know him that well. He spent 8 years in a position that it really takes a lot out of you. He was your chief of staff. It's known as secretary to the governor in New York. But really, he was your traffic cop, the last stop,
it's
right?
Far more than just a traffic cop. It's an incredibly important position, and it's one that requires a great deal of effort, energy, persistence, and it's something that most people can't do for more than, at most, 2 or 3 years. And Brad was my secretary and chief of staff for 8 years and just did a phenomenal job in helping to shepherd through the legislative initiatives, help us to put in place the different programs that I think were very successful during the course of those 8 years.
What is it that you'll be remembering most about him? I mean, he, like you said, he was a private person. I knew him when he worked for you in the final years of your administration, and had some dealings with him, but of course, you know, I'm a reporter, and so I didn't know him quite so well as you did.
Yeah, well, first is friendship, because we were great friends, you know, and one of the things that really, I think, helped my administration to be as successful as I think it was that we were really more than a team and a well-functioning team. We were very much a family, and that means not just being colleagues at work, but friends outside of work. And when I think of Brad, you know, it's the friendship that comes first, and then the tremendous strength, the willingness and the ability to stand up to tremendous pressures, whether they were external pressures trying to force the government in a direction, or whether they were people in the administration looking to advance initiatives he did not think were right for the state. Integrity, strength, friendship, loyalty. You couldn't ask for a better friend, and the state of New York could not have been honored with a better chief of staff for 8 years.
Well, I think a lot of people are quite surprised to learn of this. He was a young man, and it's really... It comes very much as a surprise, and it's really unfortunate. So I'm sorry for your loss, and I knew him as well, so it's a very sad day.
Well, thank you. It's sad for Brad and for the state of New York and for his widow, Nancy, and his son, Benjamin. They grew very close over the course of the last year or two, and it's a tremendous loss for them, and we're praying for them and thanking Brad and praying for his resting in peace, as I know he is.
Thanks very much, Governor Pataki, for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Liz.